Hello, welcome to a Sapphire Conversation. I'm Sharon LaShore-Roy from the Florida Blues social media team. I'm here with Curtis Holloman from the Foundation for a Healthy St. Petersburg. Mouthful.
That's good. It is a mouthful.
Tell us a little bit about the foundation.
Great. Well, Sharon, I'm glad to be with you and to be at this conference. The Foundation for a Healthy St. Petersburg is a new startup private foundation. Within the industry, it's known as a healthcare conversion foundation.
Conversion.
Yes, and what that means is that there was a nonprofit hospital that was sold to a for-profit health system, and those proceeds are set aside to be reinvested back into the communities through grant making and other functions as well to improve the health and the health care of a community.
It's pretty important. I know the theme here this year at the 2016 Sapphire Awards is transformation, the power of engagement. How is the foundation doing that in St. Petersburg?
It's interesting because as a new place-based foundation in St. Petersburg, we've really, this is a high value of ours to engage the community. We've got a lot of work to do to let people know who we are, that we are a new resource in the community, but we also have a responsibility to be very strategic in the work that we do as a place-based foundation. So engage in the community, trying to get a feel as to what they want and where the energy is and the momentum is for change is very important. So one of the things that we did last summer is we did a number of listening sessions in which we went to the different neighborhoods and we invited folks to come. We did a great outreach and had incentives for people to come in the evening times and to really just tell us, what do you want? What are the problems? What are the solutions? How could you see a foundation with resources coming in to invest, to improve things? How do you see it working?
Wonderful. So what kind of things? I mean, that's totally interesting. And I want to pick up on something you said, place-based.
Yes.
Not space-based, but place-based. Can you explain that a little more?
Definitely. Because the hospital that operated as a nonprofit and it served low-income individuals, it served people who didn't have access to some of the other health systems. It has a history of that. The dollars from the sale of that hospital have to stay in that community. So we're very specific to Southern Pinellas County, St. Petersburg, and particularly South St. Petersburg. So our dollars stay in the community. And we invest in partners that can help address the issues and improve the population health within that particular place, and that place being Southern Pinellas County.
That's wonderful, and I mean, I love the beaches there. I won't even say anything,
great.
but what's great is the fact that the community, I've seen the community around where you're talking, and knowing that there's a place-based foundation to help. What type of ideas or things that the community want or see you guys providing?
Good question. And people, when they think of St. Petersburg, they do think of our wonderful, lovely beaches and those nice homes there and nice communities. And they think of our downtown where the bay is and the bayfront. But when you move into some of the neighborhoods, just like a lot of cities in the South, you've got the North and you've got the South, you really see low wealth communities. You see communities that are suffering, neighborhoods that are very depressed, where there's no economic development that's occurring, and people who are really struggling day to day to make ends meet as well. What we heard from folks is that they wanted someone to come in who wouldn't play the same old systems. You know, the good old boy, the good old girl systems, because we're basically a $145 million endowed foundation. So we anticipate having resources of $5 or $6 million that can go back into this place. So people wanted a partner that would stay there, that would really go to the heart of being a part of solutions. So those are some of the things that we heard, that once systems change, they want something that's going to last and be around and not just come in today and not just throw in money at a problem, but bring in real solutions.
It's almost like you're building trust with the community. It's like, and one of our speakers talked about building trust, Dr. Joseph Benecourt. And it's so intriguing to hear that. So kudos to you. Kudos to the foundation, and hopefully next year you'll come and talk to us about some changes that you've made or some strategic directions or things that have happened.
Definitely. We've the first year has been about a responsive grant making. We're in the middle of our grant making cycle, and I think as we move along, we'll have to come back and share some of the stories with you.
And maybe you'll be a Sapphire Award finalist.
Well, great.
Who knows?
Definitely.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I've enjoyed this.
For joining us for a Sapphire conversation. I'm Sharon LaShore Roy. We've sat here with Curtis Holloman of the Foundation for a Healthy St. Petersburg.
There you go.
So thank you very much, and look forward to talking and sharing more Sapphire conversations.